What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Today we're going to go over these little 2S guys right here. CNHL MiniStar 450 high volt LiPo battery. How can you take my word that these are good batteries? It's a valid question, and some people say that if there's an affiliate link, you can't trust what I'm saying. All right? Well, let me lay some things out for you from my channel. Okay? For one, I have all types of batteries, and I've been flying for a long time, and I've been buying all types of batteries. And my perspective on batteries has changed from when I started flying to now. When I started flying, I had to get the baddest, most expensive, most best performing battery I could get. So over time I realized, hey, I don't want to spend too much on lipos because I'm going to smash them and destroy them and they're going to wear out. It's a consumable part, right? So I stopped buying crazy expensive batteries and I started buying CNHL, which they do have some expensive lipos available and they have some cheap options available. And right in the middle I found this Speedy Pizza. Speedy Pizza has been kind of right in the middle. And that was with the first generation ones. These MiniStars perform extremely well, but they don't last quite as long as the Speedy Pizzas do. And then they have the Ultra Blacks, which are crazy high performing batteries, but there's no protection on them to save weight. So smashing them, like, it's risky. Now you get the extra performance like you do with the R line. Like the Ultra Black is right there with the R lines and the other high-end batteries. But these Speedy Pizzas, they were mid-level performing batteries when they first came out. They were good, and they had that protective coating, so they lasted a while. So they were worth the money because you spent less and they lasted longer. But they weren't quite as good as the Ultra Blacks or the R lines and the other high-end companies or company batteries or whatever out there. And then they released the Speedy Pizza Pro, which performs right there with the Ultra Blacks. Performs right there with the R lines. My quad draws the same amps from this that it does from an R line that it does from this, that, and the other. Now you can get Chris Rosser to put it on a bench and he's going to tell you which battery performs better on that bench, and that's great. If that's what you want, that's great. But me, I'm smashing batteries. So I want something that's not going to break the bank, but that's going to perform up there with the high-end batteries. And I reached out to CNHL and we discussed what a sponsorship looks like because it was a product I used and I endorsed. So why not help each other out, right? Because I'm not going to just sit here and tell people, hey, use this battery and give them free advertising. That's just the nature of this shit. So we worked out a deal. I review their batteries, post content, post the link, get you guys to click that link because that's what's important is clicking the link. And they send me batteries to use. I'm a real world pilot. I'm not going to do bench testing. What I am going to do is go fly a bunch and tell you what it's like for a regular consumer to have spent money and gotten a result. I'm just going out and flying on Fridays. And over the last couple of years, I've found that the CNHL Blacks and CNHL Pizzas have performed better than what I am capable of a pilot and lasted through bashing, smashing, and when I do smash them up, I'm not crying over a $50 battery, I'm crying over a $20 to $30 battery. And that makes a difference in a consumable product. Hopefully that clears some things up and explains to you why I'm with CNHL and that I'm not just trying to shill because I get money or get free batteries. I actually used these batteries before I was sponsored, and I'm telling you right now that they are the best budget battery that you can get right now. And the performance of them is going up and up to where they do match the higher end batteries now, but you're not paying that extra premium. So it's kind of a no-brainer, in my opinion, for what I do. All right, let's talk about this build before we go fly it real quick, just so we know what we're dealing with here. It's a Beta FPV 75 Pro frame. Got the RC and Power 1002s, and these are the 2S version. DJI 04 Lite, and the Flywoo Goku all-in-one 2S that has built-in ELRS and is HD ready. And on my whoops, I like to take my soldering iron and make a little hole back here, and then run a screw all the way through to put everything on. I've always had a hard time with HD whoops trying to get the Phillips heads down this way, so I just make a tiny hole in my soldering iron and thread a long M2 screw through into this. This is the Vision 40 canopy. I'm a big fan of it. Some people don't like it, but it seems to be the best for adjustability and protection for the 04 Lite, which I'm not a huge fan of the 04 Lite, but it is what it is. It's very fragile. And then back here in the back, the all-in-one has the antenna that comes with it. Kind of goes into the back of the canopy pretty good there. But that's the build. Kind of matches the MiniStar pretty good there. But let's get a weight up so you can compare it to your build. Grams. We have 46 grams, which for a 75mm whoop, it's kind of heavy, but for a 2S, it kind of helps out a lot. And then 78 grams with it on there. To some people, that might be a chunker, but in the high definition home built world, that's pretty good. But yeah, some people will say this is crazy overweight, but the 2S makes up the difference, and this thing it feels really good in the air. So despite what the scale might say, it's a really good flying quad. Now, some of the B-roll, you guys saw the baby turtle and some other micros kind of mixed in here, but because of the baby turtle, the 04 just quit working, and honestly, because I'm so strapped for time, we're just gonna fly this guy and with this battery, and just kind of get it out there and show you guys and let you guys in on these little 450 high volts. You know, I see a lot of people flying whoops, but I haven't seen these. For the money and the deals they have on these, it's really worth it on a 2S whoop or a 2S micro to get that extra little bit of voltage and a very high quality, good lipo. So check these little 2S eyes. Yeah, that's why I wanted to make this video about these, because I feel like these are a little whoop secret for the 2S builds that you don't see a lot of people using, but these little guys right here are secret sauce for me, at least. Alright, so I kind of screwed up the fly along narration video. It ended up recording in slow-mo, so that was my bad. But I'm going to narrate over the video as I watch it. I took two of my best packs and spliced them together, and you're about to see that splice happen now. And now you can see the actual amp draw on the screen, so you can kind of get an idea of what this AIO is being able to pull out of the battery, and you know, the voltage left over after a good punch out. It really doesn't bother it too much. No sag at all on this thing, especially on this quad. It seems to handle this weight of this quad really good. You saw that was into the 20s there in that amp draw. But yeah, something I love about high volts is when you plug in, you're not at 4.01 amps, or excuse me, 4.01 volts. You actually get up into 4.25, 4.27, even though you charge it to 4.35. As you know, you plug in and you have less voltage than what you charged it to, just because of the amp draw that the quad itself has, especially HD quads. But as you can see, this little battery, had a little micro fail-safe there because of the Radio Master pocket. Sometimes just 250 just doesn't quite get it in that little area right there. But anyway, I'm running 500 hertz, so I could go a little further, 150 or 250. But yeah, back to the battery. This is a good little strong battery, and plenty of power, plenty of punch, plenty of juice left over. We're still at 3.68, 3.7, and you know, there's no sag. It's still lasting. I get about 4 minutes of this kind of race style flying, about 3.5 minutes of freestyle, catching dives and split S's, and it's really just a great little lipo to have in your pack, because I mean, as you can see, they hold up. They do really well. This is my little secret sauce lipo. I love this little thing. So, I'll get back to flying, let you guys watch the rest of the flight for yourself without hearing me yap, and then we'll wrap this video up. That's the CNHL MiniStar 450 high volt 2S lipo. Check it out, link below. There's all kind of sales going on with CNHL all the time, so I'd appreciate it if you use the link. It helps my channel out. If you like it, go pick you some up. If you don't like it, sorry for wasting your time, I guess, but you're here at the end of the video, so I appreciate that at least. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, post down your experience with lipos down there. Let me know what you think of the setup here. Yeah. And every once in a while I'll do these little reviews, just let you guys know my opinion on things and what gear I use, and I try to keep it honest and legit, because I'm not making any money from this page. If CNHLs don't like this video and they stop sending me batteries, I'm going to keep buying CNHL batteries, and I'm going to keep flying, because they're not paying me any money. So none of this is paying me money. This is all for fun. I don't do this for a living. I cannot stress that enough. This is all out of my own pocket. And what little bit of clicks and interaction you guys get help this channel out so much. So thank you. Like, subscribe. Thanks for hanging out while I ramble. Share some experiences in the comments below. And yeah, have a good one and get out there and go fly.